"Your granddaughter, Little Red Riding Hood," said the wolf, counterfeiting the tone of her voice, "who has brought you a cake and a little pot of butter which her mother has sent you." The good old lady, who was in bed, being rather unwell, called out, "Pull the string, and the latch will fly up." The wolf pulled the string, and the door opened. He threw himself on the poor old woman and devoured her in a minute, for he had been fasting for 3 whole days. He then shut the door and went into the grandmother's bed and waited for Little Red Riding Hood, who, after a short time, came up to the door and knocked, tap, tap, tap. "Who is there?" said Master Wolf. Little Red Riding Hood, on hearing the wolf's hoarse voice, was frightened at first. But thinking that perhaps her grandmother had a cold, she answered, "It is I, your grandchild Little Red Riding Hood, who brings you a cake and a little pot of butter which my mother has sent you." The wolf then called out in a milder tone of voice, "Pull the string, and the latch will fly up." Little Red Riding Hood pulled the string, and the door opened. When the wolf saw her enter the cottage, he concealed his head under the bedclothes and said, "Put the cake and the little pot of butter on the bench and come to bed to me." Little Red Riding Hood then undressed herself and stepped into bed, but was very much surprised at the strange appearance of her grandmother in her bedgown. She said to her, therefore, "Grandmother, what large arms you have! They are so much the better to embrace you with, my child." "Grandmother, what long legs you have! They are so much the better to run with, my child." "Grandmother, what long ears you have! They are the better adapted for hearing, my child." "Grandmother, what large eyes you have! They are so much the better to see with, my child." "But grandmother, what large teeth you have! They are so much the better to eat you up with." And saying these words, the wicked wolf sprang upon Little Red Riding Hood and swallowed her in an instant,